for today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Oh,
And I want to thank everybody for praying for me because sleep has not been my friend for many years.
yeah.
And it's like, honestly, after I did the community note, because a kid and I both were, it's like, yeah, it ain't going to happen.
Sick.
He's still dealing with the sick, and mine was just a matter of no sleep. I think I had woke up at like 4 o'clock that morning or whatever, had gone to sleep. No, I may have gone to bed at 4 o'clock that morning.
Yeah.
And then woke up, and then it was shit. And it was just like, then you're sort of zombified for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
And so I did the community notes thing, and we had the most wonderful comments. We always do. The prayers work because I slept last night. Now, we're recording this on January the 7th, 2026, after, it's about 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you want to know what that is. But the prayers do work. Mm-hmm. And I also want to recognize and thank very much is a newer pirate, Franken Z66.
Yeah.
And
welcome, dude. Welcome to board the ship.
Yes, I enjoy the engagement, but he always has some really wonderful things to say. And I don't have the exact conversation pulled up because I don't know why I don't, but I don't. But talking to him, and a lot of times when I'm talking with someone or listening to things, I get different impressions. And so this one was so pertinent this morning, and this was before anything as far as the news cycle hit and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But speaking to him, it reminded me very much of the time that Christ was asleep in the bottom of the boat when the storm hit, and his disciples were going wild. And they're like, how can you sleep during this storm?
Uh-huh.
Because he trusted God. That's the simple answer. That's the long and the short of it. But it's also one of those after they woke him up and they're like, where's your faith?
Also, this chewing sound is the dog. He's got a nice cube.
Yes.
And he's enjoying it.
Yes,
thoroughly.
the dog does have an ice cube.
But what the trusting in God.
After the disciples woke him up, he asked them where their faith was, and then he told the storm, it's like, to stop. And it did, because it was a supernatural storm.
Oof.
It was not a natural storm.
Dang.
And then it's like, who is this that even the winds and the waves obey? Well, the one who made the winds and the waves.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because Jesus is God embodied.
During this period of time, remember that. And so, Frank, thank you. That has exactly what I needed, and to be reminded of, because we all have days that our faith is, wavering, because we're human.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of human and dogs with ice cubes, this is a mixed bag today. It truly is.
Now, the being of the human, it's like, being human is definitely a journey.
Oh, yeah.
And it's one big lesson.
It is.
Multiple lessons.
It is. It truly is. And it's just like, kid, God, speaking of human. And what was it? Was it Frank Zombie that had the song? No, was it White Zombie? I think it was more human than human. White Zombie, Rob Zombie, not Frank Zombie. My God.
Rob Zombie.
Brain. I'm not the only one having brain glitches.
I literally looked at there were 6 copies of Rob Zombie's Hellbilly in the CD section there at Walmart in a row. 6
That's
copies.
because everybody already owns a copy. And has had the copy for years, because that's the only good album he ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his ability to be musical.
More
horror movie. It's like, no, that's not horror. I mean, it's hoary. God. Horrible. It is horrible.
Oh, I thought you meant Corey Taylor.
No. I did this on X the other day, and it's like, I am good for other people's engagement and to help make them money. I really am. And it's like I had made a comment that had gotten hundreds of whatever. And then I realized I had a typo in it. And I'm like, oh, just.
Well, that's okay.
And I don't understand. Why don't my Virgo bits kick in when I'm proofreading? Because I do try to proofread it.
Because mistakes happen. And also reading on the screen versus what you wrote. Yeah, that's, reading on the screen does something different than versus actually writing it out. Because your hand is actually spelling this shit
Well, that's
out.
the ADHD.
So you have to slow down a little bit with that. Versus the typing where you can go just full force.
That's the ADHD, though. And it's like, I have done this. I have written official things before, read it out loud. That's always a good way to find out if you've got some kind of a mistake. Because if you orally read it to someone else, because hoping that they'll catch it, to do that more than once, especially if it was going like to a governor, and then realized later, oh God, I had a typo. It was the wrong word.
Yeah, but typing online versus
no, this was not. This was mailed, and I still botched it.
By one typo?
More human than human.
One typo?
When it's an official something, you want it to be exact.
One typo. Not even their official shit is perfect.
No, usually it is.
That's because they got that shit copy and pasted.
Well, I don't know. Anyhow.
They got it so generalized.
I think it's just God humbling me perpetually. And it's okay because he's been working on youngest kid too. God love him. Everybody has had really, really bad days. And I was talking to somebody online the other day and I'm like, almost daily, I am so grateful that internet was not a thing when I was young.
According to Grok, I am in the prep phase of the Saturn return.
He will be 27 March 5th.
Yeah, so right now I'm going through the prep phases of that. According to Grok's astrology.
Human phases. But he came in last week, and it's taken days for him to allow me to share this. Do you want me to tell it in my fries in the bag version?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Or unless you want me to do my dramatic retelling or whatever, that's bombastic as fuck because of the dog.
You go around the mulberry bush. So let me put the fries in the bag and then you can embellish.
Okay.
Kid comes in from work and he's just highly upset, and he's, again, Leo rising, he's very dramatic. And it was just like that he had a horrible, horrible day. And I'm like, what happened? So what had happened was in the parking lot of the Food Cities, the city of food.
Well, no, wait, you gotta rewind. They wouldn't let me have my cigarette within the first 2 hours. I had to wait till my actual 15 minutes to get a cigarette.
Anyhow.
I wait till about an hour and a half in, and then I'm like, can I go get a cigarette?
Never ask him for directions. Don't ask him for directions. What happened was, at some point when he was there, he had stepped in dog shit. Now, I could understand that if it's our yard or somebody else's yard because you had to watch where you walk because we have pets. You wouldn't think about having to do that on an asphalted parking lot. You don't. But it does happen. And he didn't realize it until later. And he, instead of asking the manager, he's like, I need a cigarette. Somebody had given him one of these Zen nicotine pack things.
Yeah.
Which I bought them, but I have not tried them yet. But he had smoked on top of them. So he was able to clean his boot a little bit. Let me get this, and then you can go back and correct. You can be the fact checker on this. Mm-hmm. So when he was coming back in, he said that he suddenly started feeling really, really hot, which is usually what happens before you become violently ill. And so as he was standing there, he felt himself becoming violently ill, and there was nothing he could do except grab the toboggan off of his head.
Yeah.
And run to the bathroom.
And I didn't even make it to the bathroom before I started puking. I was already at the register starting to puke into the hat. Well, and I just bolted.
Yes. So he goes to the bathroom, does whatever, and then he comes back and he realizes that there's some kind of mechanical issue with his car, and other employees were parked around his car, and so he almost hit the manager's car. He didn't hit it, but he almost did.
Yeah. The
And
store
so
manager.
He was
One of the store managers.
beside himself.
It's like, damn.
And it's like, honey, it happens. It was just a bad day. A few days from now, you'll be able to laugh about it and go on. Because that's how you deal with life.
But it was a lot of scenarios, not like that one in specific, but a lot of other things that just built. It was the explosion was a buildup of shit. That's the thing. People see the explosion, but they don't see the buildup.
But the thing is with this, a lot of times it's your perception of things. It really is. It took me a lot of years. It's like an event is simply an event. It's your perception of the event, of whether that is good or bad.
Yeah.
He was having therapy, and his therapist had said, and I can say this because, he gave me permission and nobody knows who she is. She let him know that on either the day after, was it the day after you had your problems? Mm-hmm. She had a problem where she had hit somebody in a wheelchair.
It was either
with her vehicle.
It was, yeah. Yeah, she full on backed into some man in a wheelchair. She did look.
Dude,
she did look, but he was drunk as a skunk.
In a push wheelchair. This is not even one of the electric wheelchairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was almost like he purposefully wanted her to hit him.
Right. Right. And I think he did want somebody to hit him because he tried that shit again at some other date.
With her.
Yeah, with her. He ran right out, and luckily she went into the other lane, right in time before she hit him, but another car hit him instead and knocked him over out of the wheelchair this time. When she first hit him, it was just a bump. It was a light tap, not enough to really do any damage whatsoever.
Right.
Just rattle the nerves a bit. That's about all that does.
You need cameras in your vehicle.
Yeah.
You really do. And I will say that about Teslas. They have like 11 cameras. And I understand why.
But he bolted out in front of the car, into the street, in front of the car. She swerves, and another car just hit him. Knocked his ass over. Don't know if he was drunk this time or not, but she was like, is that same guy? It is. It is.
There are derp days, and then there are mega derp days.
That's more than a derp day.
And it's one of those that, I don't know, humans, a lot of humans are just very compassionate, and where everything has been in Pisces for 14 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Toxic empathy, suicidal empathy. I mean, truly. And that's what we're seeing a lot of going on.
Yeah.
And women are worse at that, of getting caught up into that, because we are more emotional. That's just how we're designed.
Mm-hmm. It's built into y'all.
It is. It is. And it's like, if you don't teach someone how to control their emotions, how to not let their emotions, over or short circuit or override their rational brain, then you have problems.
Yeah. But it was shit. That's just a rough fucking day or whatever. Something broke loose astrologically. That's just fucking everything up. But it was like with that day that I had that's 3 things happen or more. Because the register was messing up all day too, and then I ran out of cigarettes mid-shift, and I'm like, fuck. So I had to buy a pack. Paid $12 for that shit, I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah, our cigarettes are expensive as fuck. Our Marlboros.
There's no sense
now the
in
NXTs, which is basically sort of like, which is what I was smoking. There's something in them that is stronger than the Marlboro Ice, and they're very similar to the Camel Crush menthols. Very similar. Now I like the NXTs. I can actually get down with those, but I think that was also a cause of it because not only was I inhaling whatever the fuck was in that
Yeah.
feed, but there was a double dose of nicotine in that
Yeah,
too.
that's the reason he got sick was because that he had, it was nicotine sick.
Yeah.
Anybody who's ever heard of, it used to be a thing that if parents caught their kids smoking, they would make them smoke like a whole pack, one right after the other, and the kids would get severely sick. That's what it is. It's nicotine poisoning. It
Yeah.
happens. It really does. But going back to the thing about the being overly empathetic and people in wheelchairs and different things like that. And it's like, yes, there is empathy for people who have disabilities and stuff. But there are also people with disabilities that will take advantage of that and play on other people's emotions. Mm-hmm. As evidenced by the dude that was in booking that time, and one of the other officers was carrying the prosthetic leg across his shoulder. Now, and I was
He
kind
confiscated somebody's
of,
leg.
I'm like, oh my God, why do you, and the reason,
Take his leg?
the reason being was that dude was known to bring contraband into the jail, because that was not his first rodeo,
Yeah.
into the jail in his prosthetic leg. That's the reason they had to confiscate it.
That's crazy.
Well,
So then what does he walk in at now? Does he just
I
hop
think it was
around?
wheelchair. They had wheelchairs that could be used in the pods and stuff like that. Some of the people that had special needs or something like that, they would put them back in medical.
Yeah.
So it was just, the energy has been crazy. If you missed the video that I did by myself as far as the stuff Peter Novak the other day, we can see how accurate this man was.
Yeah.
And it's like day by day you can see this. Now he's not always the exact date or anything like that, but he pretty damn close to it. Yeah. Because you can sit and read different things, and that's what I do, is just information gathering most of the day.
Yeah.
And to put pieces together, and it's like, oh shit, this is going down. This is not future anymore. It's, oh, this is happening.
Future.
I mean, this is a matter of pulling the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
You know. So
It's not been fun.
no, and it's not going to be fun for a while, but it's necessary. It is very much like lancing a boil.
Yeah, very much. Which is needed.
Well, if you don't, healing can't. It just keeps getting reinfected. Healing cannot occur
Right, Lance.
until the core is removed.
Yeah. Lancing is very much a needed thing.
Yeah.
Necessary thing.
So
Who's to
it is.
say that bloodletting is not a necessary thing?
I'm a fan of leeches.
I've never had them stuck on me.
I haven't, but that does have its necessity from time to time. We got a cat. He hit the window. If you're wondering what that noise was, we got a cat outside tearing the screens off of the windows.
Yeah, they love to tear the screens.
At some point, they owe me money. They owe me big money. They really do.
I will get the tool at some point, and I
Yeah,
need to
you can
get new
actually
frames. I need to get flat out. I need to get new frames for screens.
Some of them, yeah. Now that's a spring thing, and we've had false spring. I think it was in the 60s here today, which was wondrous. Mm-hmm. And then I think in like 3 or 4 days, it's supposed to be down in the 30s because this is La Nina, and it has tendency to be warm when it's not supposed to be. And then you get these. One year we had a nor'easter that hit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when it's like that, they don't stay that long.
Right. Right.
But then we'll have flies the size of softballs.
That's horrible.
It is.
Flies.
Well, and it's just, it's a trade-off. It's like, okay, this happens, so therefore this is going to happen.
But we also live right next to a farm.
Yeah,
with
we got
cows.
cows. When you got cows, you got flies.
So it's inevitable. It's
That-
inevitable.
And when you don't have a really cold winter to kill off things, and especially like poison ivy or poison oak and different, we have poison oak. We have both around here, but poison oak a lot. and it just gets stronger.
It does.
If you've got some of these things in your area, there's the antidote to it. It's called jewel weed. You can look.
Jewelweed?
Jewel weed. A lot of times, if you have a poisonous plant, the antidote for that plant will grow near it. You just have to know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
and today they finally put the food pyramid the way that it's supposed to be.
Which is?
At the bottom line, healthy fats and meats. And then you have above that fruits and vegetables. And at the very top, the least of the stuff that you're supposed to have, grains.
Yes. Yes.
And people have, so it's sort of like one step forward and three steps back. But any of these people that are working, you can't fix 50 years worth of fuckery in a day or even in a year.
No, you can't. It's not possible.
No. So one of the people, not one of the the well-known ones, it wasn't Bobby Kennedy or anything like that, but one of the other guys, and God love them, these are the geniuses. You can look at these people and it's like, oh yeah, you're neurospicy, you're the weaponized autisms.
Like, damn, how
that
are you
are
so
the good
smart?
peoples. To give them gratitude, to show gratitude, because that is encouraging. People need to be told when they're doing good.
They do.
Yeah. So it's not to keep, it's like more without saying thank you. I always say thank you. And thank you very much to Esperanza, because she had sent us a little package that had some of the or Acacia, I think is the brand name of it. Mm-hmm. It was a mineral bath.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff.
Yes.
And she sent us a little sticker from one of her journeys, and it was just so thoughtful and sweet. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Esperanza.
And it's like, we have the best podlings anywhere.
We do.
Like I said, we are few, but we are mighty.
Mm-hmm. We a mighty bunch.
Yeah. And to help each other, to lift each other up, to pray for each other. If you ever need prayer and don't want to discuss it in a public arena, I get that. cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. Now, it may take me a while. I'm not punctual with emails. God, am I not punctual with emails. It's a shortcoming. That is a shortcoming.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just, yeah. And it's some days you just can't.
Yeah. Yeah, some days you just cannot. I don't know.
So kid learned that as bad as things seem at the time, give it a couple of days to chill out.
I was humiliated.
Yeah.
And embarrassed. And then the next day I apologized to Montana. She's like, I didn't know what the heck was going on because I didn't notice your car was moving forward, nothing. I just saw you make a face and give a thumbs up, and that was it. And it's like, my car was literally about to hit yours. What do you mean you did not notice? How did you not notice it creeping towards you? The headlights getting closer.
Because it may not have been as close as you thought it was. Yeah. So, what may be a huge deal may not actually be a huge deal.
Yeah.
It's making mountains out of molehills. All those wonderful old sayings, we need to bring those back because some of these kids have never heard them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you want to tell the people?
You will not believe how much shit that I say that people are like, what?
Teach them.
What? I've never heard of that.
Teach
it's like,
them.
Thank you. It's like, yeah, this is...
Oh.
It's like, how do you not know this?
Well, it's to teach them. To sit there and go, well, I'm reclaiming some of the things that have been stolen from us. Yeah. That's how you do that.
Yep. I don't even... There's some words that I have flat out said in front of some of them, and they're like, what? What does that even mean? It's like, you never heard of that?
Again, you're teaching them.
It's like educate.
Mm-hmm.
Educate.
Yeah. You want to tell the peoples where we can be found?
Yeah, you can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also, check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, at RolandaCOCWS. Thank you all for joining us, and have a good.
Yeah. I'm one of those that I will post. It doesn't matter whether I get any, because I post just because I can post. It's not to earn any monies or anything. And then people's like, why are you still posting? Because nobody reading this yet. Because I can.
Yeah.
I can post. And I'm taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
Elon spent billions of dollars buying that thing. I'm going to hopefully use it wisely. Yeah.
I want an Optimus bot and then switch its personality out with Grok.
Yeah. We love Grok.
By the way, Blue, how do you encourage baby teeth loss? Because this little dude has now 2 sets of fangs on the bottom row, one in front of another.
It's freaking him out because he's
Yeah, it is freaking me out.
He's used to kitty stuff, not puppy stuff.
Yeah, and even with that, with the cats, because I saw sometimes it would happen with them. It was rare, but it still happened, and it's like I think that's a dental anomaly.
Yeah, but he's, like I said, it's one of those, let nature do what he's designed to do. That's what you do.
So what do I do? Just leave it? Just leave it and wait for him to knock it out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I keep giving him chew toys. Like, you give him the ice cubes to help with
The ice
with
cubes
the
help a
pain.
lot. And the frozen washcloth. He really enjoys the frozen washcloth.
He does like a frozen washcloth. He
Because I
loves
think it's those molars.
Yeah, he puts a lot of stuff in the back of his mouth. Not, see, my concern is those fangs in the front, but I guess it's really hurt. He's mostly uncomfortable with those back molars.
Just probably, 5 months, 6 months old now?
He's a
Something like
baby.
that, yeah.
He's just a baby.
He's a baby. And it's like, but just don't be one of those helicopter pet parents. Oh, God, that's a terrible thing. Anyhow, know that you are loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated. Let's pray one for another.
Yep.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut. Bye.